everybody, this is Crystal with Lone Star Planner Girl. Thanks so much for joining me for another weekly plan with me using this gorgeous kit from Mandy Lynn Plans, and that was just a quick glimpse of last week and how it worked out having the full length columns, and I've decided to go ahead and do that again this week. I really enjoyed having the extra space, and as you can see, I just have the washi page of this kit as I have been lately, along with the extra sampler that Amanda always sends. And then this week I'm going to be using my Diplomat Magnum fountain pen, and it is inked with California Teal by Monteverde. And so it is a gorgeous sort of sheening teal ink that I think will go well with this kit. So we're just gonna jump right into it. As you can see, I'm already getting off to a great start with Cricut Washi. It is just one of those days. I decided to go ahead and use the teal up at the top because this is honestly my favorite part of this kit. I love this teal. It is so pretty. Even though I've decided to do the full length columns, I am going to go ahead and do my stacked weekends. I like how that's been working out for me. I don't typically have appointments or things like that on the weekends that I would need space for. And I also don't typically tend to do very many to-dos over the weekend. I like to try and spend that time with my family as much as possible. So I try not to plan very much. I mean, obviously I do things on the weekend, but I am also doing continuous washi here across the bottom. I never used to do this, ironically, and Amanda had never offered a grid-to-grid washi option until this year. She has now started offering a grid-to-grid washi option, which is how I've always preferred to do it. And of course, now that I am in this setup rather than my Hobonichi cousin last year, I actually find that I want continuous washi across the bottom of the page because this is my life. I am also going to use one of the sleep trackers that Amanda offers separately in one of her many different colorways. I decided to go ahead and go with this neutral brownish tan color. I didn't really have any left that I thought would coordinate well with this kit, so I decided to just go ahead and go neutral. These are the smaller days of the week stickers that Amanda offers. She offers the size that will cover the full width of the cousin columns. I actually prefer the smaller ones personally, so I'm so glad that she offers them because I like to put my date dots next to my date instead of above or below, just for the sake of paper real estate in this setup. Now this is, in case you haven't seen one of my videos before, this is a Hobonichi plain notebook A5 size cut down to the same dimensions as the Jibun Techo Light Mini, which is a B6 Slim. It is a little bit taller than your traditional B6 Slim that you might find elsewhere. It's about 7.5 inches tall and about 4.5 inches wide. So it is just that little extra half inch or so taller, but I find this size works quite well for me. I just take this notebook to my local Office Depot, marked where I want them to cut it, and they have the big industrial cutter that they can just all in one chop, just chop it off. These water trackers also did not come with this kit. Now she does have water trackers that match this kit. I didn't order any. I had some of these. This is from the lilac colorway. Dark green, light green, and then several different shades of purple, which I thought would go fairly well for this week again. And as you can see, it isn't a jelly cover. I don't show it fully in this video. I am putting together a cover review for this size. I have several different covers now, so I feel like I can do a legitimate review video. This is actually a jelly cover by Salty Katie, and it is specifically made for the B6 Slim Jibun Light Mini. So it does fit this perfectly the way I've cut this notebook down. I am going to add, obviously, the times here, and I just sort of automatically kept going instead of doing the, switching over to using the 12-hour time format. I accidentally just kept going on the 24-hour time format. I decided to fix it on the second side just because I hate having to translate in my brain what time is what. I'm not military, never have been, and I am very American, so I'm not used to using the 24-hour time format. Anyway, you will see at some point that I do smudge this ink. I did not let it sit long enough to dry. I know better. This ink is gorgeous, so you can't really see it on camera very well. It is a deep, deep teal color, and it sheens, which means that in the light it shows up a different color, and it sheens a really pretty red. It is just gorgeous. I love it. It's one of my favorite inks that I have. And I don't get to use it very often because it is kind of a unique color. But as you can see, I went ahead and laid down the sticker that is normally intended to cover the month, that navy box in the Hobonichi Cousin. I decided to go ahead and use that for my church sticker. It is a little bit wider than the standard column since it's not designed to go in a column. And I thought about tearing it off, and then I decided, you know what, it doesn't matter. It's pretty. I'm just going to leave it. Do have a couple appointments coming up on Thursday, so I went ahead and tossed those stickers down. That way I won't forget. I tend to get in a rut with my planning, and if I start on Monday, I just go through the week without marking anything special first. I tend to miss it. And then, of course, marking my usuals on Tuesday and Wednesday evening. And I decided to go ahead and use this extra washi here. I didn't have enough of the big squares to mark our school hours because I had those couple extra appointments. So I decided to go ahead and use this cool looking washi. Normally I don't use the third washi strip in this setup simply again because of space constraints. But this is a really nifty one and I wanted to use it. So as you can see, since we have appointments Thursday morning that the kids are coming with me to, we will be doing school that afternoon, which I'm sure will thrill my son to no end to have to spend the morning at the dentist and then come home and do school in the afternoon. But such is life. This is one of the clear matte stickers that Amanda offers in her shop. Most, if not all, of her script stickers are available in that option. I did go ahead and decide to use that particular payday sticker. I tend to prefer the smaller scripts, as you've seen in my previous Plan With Me's, but I decided this week to go ahead and go with it. And then I'm using these colored dots just to remind me about a couple of things that I have to do on specific days. I'm not really doing to-dos in this setup since it is since the timeline covers up the whole page. I'm not doing my to-dos on this page. I'm doing it on a separate page. So those dots are just things that I have to do on a particular day that I need to remember. Throwing down my school scripts. These are also from Mandolin Plans, as always. I completely used up all my Planner Kate ones, so now I am fully into using my Mandolin Plans script stickers. And the church script sticker. This is the smaller church script sticker. I don't think I actually, oops, sorry, hit the camera. I don't think I actually have any of the big cousin size ones, which is fine by me. And I actually get to use appointment stickers. It's kind of a running joke I have with myself that I almost never use these. And I have a whole page of them saved from all of the kits last year that I got from Amanda. So I think it's pretty funny that I get to use a bunch this month. And then, of course, Valentine's Day on Friday. I will fully admit that I completely forgot to mark that when I first started this layout, and I normally would have put it up at the top, but I didn't have any space, and those clear matte stickers are not really repositionable. If you're careful, you can pull them up, but I didn't want to mess with it, so I just decided to put a box down in the middle of the afternoon to cover Valentine's Day. my Awana and my Bible study stickers for Wednesday, my tumbling sticker for Tuesday, reminding myself to film and edit and upload. You'll see me pop another dot down there, or another strip. I did go ahead and put a couple of those strips down simply to mark my meal plans and bills, and then I decided I would go ahead and put my bills elsewhere and just do my meal plan on this page, more for ease of viewing at a glance what meals that I have ingredients for. I always meal plan and then grocery shop based upon the meal plan. So I don't schedule my meals for a specific day. I just find it too stressful because inevitably somebody's craving something different, or I didn't have enough time to get that particular meal done that day, or as often happens, I completely forget to pull out whatever meat it is out of the freezer to defrost in time, and so I have to cook something else. So I prefer to just have a list of the meals that I have ingredients for that week, and then I just check them off whenever I make that particular meal. I'm reminding myself to text my pastor about announcements for our bulletin and write the bulletin. There you can see as I'm writing, yes, part of that shininess is the fact that I'm just writing, but part of that is the sheening, and it is absolutely gorgeous. I love this ink. And as you can see, I smeared that ink under Friday. Oops. And I also, of course, changed out. I decided that brown sleep tracker just wasn't really working for this week, and decided to go ahead and put the dark green to coordinate with the water trackers. I do find it helps me to track my sleep, as I've mentioned before. My anxiety symptoms are directly linked to how much sleep I get. They are way worse the less sleep I get. So I find that it helps to track my sleeping, just that way I can sort of anticipate my moods a little bit. The stencil that I have here is from Dear Lily Designs. I do have a bunch of them now, and I love them all. So I am planning on doing a sort of review video of all of the Dear Lily Designs stencils that I have. It is in the works. Things have been a little bit crazy for the last couple of months with the holiday and my son's broken arm and my husband working out of town a lot. So just throwing some dots down here for some to-dos and reminders that I have going on this week. I love all these pretty dots. They're so much fun. Normally I'm not a pink fan, and this isn't the kind of kit that I would normally go for, but A, it's Valentine's Day week and I figured I needed something florally, and B, I adore the teal that is a part of this kit, and it makes it pop. And I like the mauve too. I can handle that burgundy sort of mauve color. It's really lighter, brighter pinks that I don't care for, and since those are more accent colors in this kit, I don't know, it just worked for me. So I'm out of my typical neutrals and cool colors rut this week. And yeah, so just going to leave some space for some to-dos. I didn't decide to do my main to-do lists on a separate page until after I finished this layout video, to be completely honest with you, so that is why I'm starting to write to-dos here. I ended up deciding to just have a separate page for it, so this won't really be used all of that much. I do try to spread my cleaning out throughout the week. Since we homeschool, that does take a good chunk of our day, so having one cleaning day doesn't work for me, as I'm sure it doesn't for many moms out there, either stay-at-home or working moms. I don't know, I guess it works for some people, having one day to get the entire house clean, but it is not me, because it would take me all day and my kids would drive me nuts begging for attention in the meantime as I tried to do it. Weather tracking here, I do have a Dear Lily Designs stencil for weather tracking as well. So this is the layout. I do have some stickers left, as you can see here. I did use up all of the dots. The sleep tracker and the water trackers were separate, a separate thing that I had ordered a while back that I thought would coordinate well. And I will just use Oh yes, the stencil is stencil 127, which are designed to fit perfectly within the columns of the Cousin by Dear Lily Designs. But this is the layout that we have for this week. I will link everything that I mentioned and used below. But thank you so much for watching. Have a great week, and we will see you guys next time.